Such crisis, it is reported by eyewitnesses that their buildings sway but they don't fall. So what is the kind of earthquake resistant technology that is used in countries like Japan in urban planning and implementation, and how can a country like India do the same increasingly?
You see, this is a very beautiful question. Since I had the experience in doing the higher study in Japan, I have seen that the Japan is a country which is situated on juxtaposition of the 4 plates. And if you see the India, we are only the Indian plate subducting beneath the Eurasian plate. But there is a multi-plate subduction in the Japan. So the series of the earthquakes, the threshold earthquake is 5.5 in Japan.
Okay.
So Japan has developed a technology that we cannot stop the occurrence of the earthquake. But we can mitigate the impact of the earthquake shaking to the disasters of either the flora or fauna or the infrastructure or the buildings. So why not we develop such a technique that we can sustain or we can withstand the earthquake shaking, and it can minimize the losses to a greater extent.
So earthquake mitigation technologies have been increasingly used by Japan. How can India follow the example of a country like Japan?
Actually, I will just I will shed a light on that. So how to mitigate it? It was just developing a sound building code. That means earthquake resilient building code. So India is taking India has a seismic zonation map. So it was the 1 to 5 zone, but now 1 and 2 is merged, so it is the 4 zone basically. So 5 zone is the more highly hazardous zone. Now India is taking a very promising project, means a very flagship project, to do the microzonation, seismic microzonations of the country. Important, first we have taken the Ministry of Earth Sciences. This project has been taken by Ministry of Earth Sciences, and the other institutions they have done, like Geological Survey of India, the NGRI, National Geophysical Research Institute. Some research institution has already done that. But we are doing a comprehensive seismic microzonation, means the zonation between the zones. Whatever the Indian zones there. And what are the purpose? Because earlier zonation map is just based on your regional pattern of the fault behavior.
So are you saying that technology that is used for, say, urban planning will depend on these zones, because intensity will vary from zone to zone?
Yeah, of course. Because if you see the zone, then zone is varying its intensity because peak ground acceleration is varying. So if it was the zone 5, the peak ground acceleration is 0.36 g.